Hi there, you beautiful and lovely individuals. Jackie Wolf. And as you can see, we're back in the newsroom today. And as it is, we're in the newsroom because of, well, a tragedy. It seems a mass shooting erupted over the 4th of July. In Chicago, of all places, a place with very strict gun laws. So strict that most families actually break the gun laws to protect themselves from criminals who really don't care about the gun laws. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't realize. We live in a really weird society. And sorry if my avatar glitches out a little bit. I'm having some minor computer issues today and need to rerun a bunch of cables. But I digress. We're going to move into the stories real quick before something dies or catches fire. So, transition. Hello. Welcome to the to the opera view. That's what I'm calling it, the opera view. It's actually just a desktop capture, and I'm being incredibly lazy. In fact, you don't need to know that. It doesn't give away much, but it's part of the reason the avatar's there in the first place. Highland Parade, Highland Park Parade shooting. Mayor says gun was legally obtained. Highland Park, Illinois. Highland Park, Illinois, a suburb of Chicago. A place with very controlled gun laws. In fact, Highland Park has an anti-assault rifles ban. I guarantee you they'll blame Texas or something. The gunman who opened fire on 4th of July parade Monday morning in Chicago, or in a Chicago suburb, illegally the weapon used in the shooting. Or excuse me, legally obtained the weapon used in the shooting, the city's mayor said. Again, I'm not sure about this because Highland Park, Illinois has an assault rifle ban. You're not allowed to have an assault weapon in Highland Park at all. Of course, there was a clip where the mayor showed up on the Today Show, which honestly, I get why they do it. It just ends up seeming like, well, a publicity stunt or a fundraising effort more than anything else to me at this point. The city has an assault weapons ban, Today reported. The update came less than 24 hours after the gunman armed with a high powered rifle. I'm look, Kiro. I'm RKIRO 7. I'm gonna be honest with you. 556 and 223 are not high powered. I will give you that they're high velocity, they're fast, but they're extremely lightweight. They're only effective up to about 400 meters of range. Now, to the common layman, that seems like a lot, but when you're talking about hunting rifles, most hunting rifle rounds that we do not use in the United States military, are effective up to 1,000 plus meters. My 336, for example, or 336, my Marlin 336 is actually effective up to about 600 meters. My LS308, which takes 308 in Winchester, is actually effective up to 1500 meters. And that's just off iron sights. I use a scope. So, understanding what a bullet's used for, where it's used for, and what distances it's generally used for is a very important thing when discovering something is high powered. So, yeah, that's a little bit of a misnomer there. You might as well call it what it is. It's an intermediate rifle cartridge, which means it is a lightweight projectile with a little bit of oomph behind it to get it to go extremely fast, in theory, ripping through body armor. However, modern body armor is designed with the 5.56 in mind. It's still the common carry around the world, though. I digress, though. It's not really high powered when you consider things that you can buy for hunting fairly cheaply. Killing killing 6 people and it was wounding at least 2 dozen others during Highland Park's Independence Parade. Police say later Monday, police arrested a person of interest, 21-year-old Robert E. Bobby Crimo. In connection with the shooting, the police described random but intentional, the Chicago Times reported. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I've already seen the report. Oh, he's Antifa. Oh, he's a socialist. Oh, he's. I'm not getting into that because political affiliation be damned. I have often said I am a two-way absolutist. I believe in your Second Amendment rights. I believe that if a good guy in this particular suburb of Chicago had a gun with a decent range and a decent angle on the guy, this shooting wouldn't have been as bad. But I've also already heard the counter arguments for that, and just to show how much people don't know guns. It's funny to me because it's always the gun's fault. It's one of those things. People don't know guns. I don't feel like fishing for tweets because fishing for tweets is kind of boring. Calling out people for being morons on Twitter is hilarious. At the moment, we're waiting for charges to be levied against him. Yes, at the moment, they're waiting for him to be arraigned on charges. They're waiting for charges to actually be filed and him to be arraigned on them. He is under arrest because he's under investigation. Again, not necessarily the wrong way to go about doing this. Also, according to the mayor, I don't believe he was known to police until yesterday. I knew him as somebody who was a Cub Scout when I was his Cub Scout leader. And one of those things where you step back and say, what happened? How did somebody become this angry, hateful, and then take it out on innocent people who are literally just having a family day out? Well, this is where we're going to go into very political and philosophical ideals. You see, the thing is, young white men are told that they're oppressors. They're constantly told that they're the evil ones, while they're told that they don't have an opportunity because they have all this privilege that, well, quite frankly, we don't have. The idea of white privilege is kind of, well, 1918. It's very old. Back in the days of segregation, things like that. In fact, I never grew up thinking that I was any better than anybody else. And yeah, the problem being that we have this weird tendency to fall into this trap and then wonder what's wrong with society. Well, if you're constantly preaching that white guys are the problem, you're constantly preaching that men are the problem, you're constantly preaching that all of this and that about rights and privileges, but you never actually stop and take a look and talk to people. And thus you end up with white people that go, well, I'm called the oppressor, but yet I'm not getting as much money as female coworkers. I'm not getting a job because my skin's white. You understand that that leads to anger. And that is one of many things that causes anger. The other thing that causes a lot of anger is the constant news reporting. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I take breaks from reading the news just because it makes me angry. It makes me feel violent and hatred because most news sources that I read are propaganda. A lot of it's propaganda. A lot of it's a headache. And it's kind of annoying when you think about it. All of this is designed to actually make you angry and violent. This, I'm not going to say this was from a local news source, but if I was to go to grounds, a lot of things are designed to play a political narrative. And there's a reason why it's designed to play this political narrative. Because they want us divided. That is the only strategy in which they have. To keep us divided, to keep us from talking to each other, because at the end of the day, they don't want us talking. And you can see, when it comes to major things like GOP, Gov candidate, It's not even spelled correctly. Darren Bailey says, let's move on after parade shooting. And in some ways, he is actually right. In many ways, he is actually right. But you'll notice it's designed in a way that a Trump's endorsed gubernatorial candidate in Illinois that apologized for asking people to move. It's designed in a way that is straight out just one sided. That's the modern news media for you. That's the modern everything for you. You're either in the cult or you're not. And that's our problem. Anyways, I've been Jackie. Please like, comment, share. Because that's how you add to the YouTube algorithm, which helps me grow. And eventually helps more of us grow. Because I'm tired of doing this by myself. I'm slowly trying to get some friends involved. Anyways, laters, my dudes. Love you.